Hi guys, it's Chris from Defy the Ocean, your favourite band. And I'm back again with another reaction. Today we're going to do something that I know about this group. I've heard of Babymetal before. They first came to my attention when I heard that Tue Madsen, who's a metal producer, one of my favourite metal producers, was working on a couple of songs for them. And that's how I first found out about them. Now, when I first heard them, I kind of thought that they were a bit gimmicky, and I wasn't really aware of this whole kawaii, or I think that's how you pronounce it, metal genre or subgenre that they're part of. So I thought what I would do is pick out a song from one of the tracks that I think Tue's worked on and check out the video for it. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to check out The One, the official video. So we'll bring that up. Yeah, and we'll get to it. I think it's a 7-minute song, so I won't chat too much in the beginning. Just to say that I may stop it a few times just to discuss what's going on if I find something that I deem to be interesting. Otherwise, we'll save the comments for the end. So here we go. Babymetal, The One. That looks like a penis. It's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Sphinx. Now it says this is the official video. Is this an actual live performance, or is it studio recorded with a live performance video? Now what a stage show though. Serious stage show. I'm gonna turn this up. Oh, it's in English. I didn't realise.
Open your mind. We can understand it. Please let me know. もし答えがあるなら Let me know. 教えてほしい。時を超えて僕らは行く。
It's quite theatric. The metal itself, the music itself is quite theatric. Nice melodic background vocals there. I do like the lead guitar, the motif that came in the intro and then repeats again here in the chorus. But obviously when it's come in with the chorus, you've got the vocals, the kind of soaring melodies of the vocals. So that kind of lifts everything up to a kind of higher level. I don't know what I think about the lyrics. I think they're a bit simplistic, but obviously I don't know. Obviously Japanese is their native language as I understand it. So I'm not going to hold any kind of lyrical simplicity against it or the track.
I feel it now. The time has come for us. Believe it now. It's time to get ready.
The other thing I have to say is that given that English is their second language, and I know that Japanese people struggle a lot with English pronunciation of words, they're doing a pretty good job, I have to admit, with their pronunciation, and they're saying the words very, very well.
Tell me why もし終わりがあるなら Tell me why 教えてほしい
This lead tone reminds me so much of John Petrucci's lead tone, Dream Theater lead tone, and some of the motifs, some of the melodies. I'm just getting Dream Theater like flashbacks. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a great guitar tone. Yeah, you can even tell from the way that the guitarist like slides in and out of notes sometimes that there's a strong Petrucci influence in his playing. Definite. Totally. I would shit myself if I was up on that thing. Ooh, that's a nice change. It took me by surprise. This is a nice middle section. And then we're back into the bridge. Oh, nice. So what they're doing is I expected it to go straight into the chorus, but what they've actually done is they've taken the end of that bridge, they've brought in a kind of new section just to kind of segue into a lower dynamic version of the chorus, which is what we're going into now, and then they're going to bring you back in with a more impactful version for, I'm guessing, what might be the final chorus, but we don't know because the track's still got a couple of minutes left, so let's see. There we go, it kicks in. Dude, that is so cool. Look at that, man. That's insane. These ladies are on top of the world right now. The size of the audience. Extended outro, get everyone singing along. I'd like to hear a bit more audience here actually, because I'm sure they're singing along. Wow, that's a big venue. All right. Well, that was something, wasn't it? Okay, let's unpack that a little bit. I have to say, and this is something that maybe I shouldn't admit readily, but I expected to not like this. And the thing is, for every recently I found myself when I'm doing reaction videos is I set about and I start to do a reaction video, and I just realize that what I'm listening to I don't like, or I find that there isn't really a lot of interesting stuff to say, and I'm not going to be the kind of reactor to just kind of nod along and say, oh yeah, that was amazing, when I'm not really feeling that way. So inevitably what happens is I'll start a reaction video, and halfway through or at the end I'll scrap it because I feel like I don't have anything to contribute. But what do I think about this song? I think one of the things that surprised me was that there was actually quite a strong progressive metal influence in the music, and I didn't expect that from Babymetal. What I expected was to be more kind of classic metal in a certain way, and particularly in the guitar, in some of the transitions, especially the transition at the tail end of the middle section, which led into the low dynamic chorus. I thought that was a really clever way of structuring the song as to create a nice build up to the final chorus and outro. And I did mention, of course, the guitarist, who, if he doesn't have John Petrucci as one of his major guitar influences, I would be very, very surprised, because I'm hearing a lot of not exactly the same motifs or whatever, but there is just something about his playing style that is so reminiscent of John Petrucci from Dream Theater. So, and I like that because I used to be a big fan of Dream Theater back in my youth, and some of that playing style I find to be quite nostalgic, and I don't know, it just brings a tear to my eye. So yeah, I really enjoy that. And obviously, because I was listening to that as a kid, John Petrucci was one of my kind of guitar heroes growing up, and I would learn guitar from him. So that's why I kind of recognize that maybe there's a kindred spirit in their guitarist. Other than that, let's talk about the vocals a little bit. The melodies, particularly in the chorus, were very memorable. Very good. I like that. Repeated many, many times, especially at the end where they moved in away from the lyrics and just to the just to the sounds. I can imagine, I would have liked from the mix to hear more audience interaction. I think that would have been really nice. Could you just imagine the sound? Da, 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 da. That would have been awesome to hear that in the mix. But as I said at the beginning, I don't know whether this is actually a studio recording that has been superimposed with the video of the live performance, or if it is in fact a live performance. So maybe you can let me know in the comments and about that. Otherwise, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I'm keen to give them another go. Like I said, it's not the first time I've listened to them, but it is probably the first time I've sat down with a considered mindset and just listened to it straight through, concentrating and trying to pick it apart a little bit. What else is worth saying? The verse was not particularly memorable, but it served the job. The bridges worked very well, I thought, and I immediately recognized when the bridge came back prior to the final chorus. So that was excellent. Yeah, other than that, nothing really to say. I would say I would rate it quite highly in terms of what it set out to do, which is making metal kind of more accessible to a lot of people. You've put kind of a mainstream face on metal, and they're doing a lot of things in the music that belies its mainstream status. It's actually more complex and more intricate and nuanced than the presentation suggests. So for that reason, I give it a bit of a thumbs up. So yeah, that was my reaction to Babymetal, The One. If you would like to discuss this reaction with me, please think about liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, and of course joining our Discord channel, The Defiant Ones. It is a music discovery and critique club essentially, where we talk about and share brand new music with each other and the old and goodies as well. And yeah, we just basically have a bit of a chinwag about music, the industry in general, and the focus is of course on alternative, rock, metal and progressive genres, so should be right up your wheelhouse if this is what you're into. So yeah, that's it from me today. Hope to see you again in another reaction video, and take care.